Today we're taking one of the strongest decks in the current meta right now, and we're trying to make it just that much better by adding in some really sweet new combos. That is right, guys. Selesnya enchants are back and better than ever, honestly, with the new bans that just came out, and we're not afraid of Invoke Despair anymore with this build. So I decided I wanted to play it, but I did not want to play the current meta deck that everyone's already done a million times. I wanted to make it as different as I possibly could while still keeping the integrity of how powerful this deck can be. And so we splashed in some blue. And the reason we splashed in blue is because I really enjoy the card Calyx here. This is a really sick creature here that allows us to copy other enchantments if it lands an attack on the opponent, or if a creature that you have has an aura attached to it and lands an attack, which is really the key thing here we're trying to do, because we have a lot of really cool cards like Security Bypass and Audacity that we're going to be attaching to our own creatures to give them power, but also to allow them to slip through the cracks and make some attacks, which will allow us, if we have a Calyx on the field, to copy other enchantments. Now, some of those enchantments being things like Broker's Ascendancy, because we have access to blue now, which this card is insane when you talk about Hallowed Haunting and Wedding Announcement constantly spitting out tokens. This is going to constantly be growing those tokens over time with 1/1 counters, which then also accesses some really interesting removal. We got Mesmerizing Dose, which can tap down another creature. You attach this aura to their creature, it taps it down, it can't untap, but what's really cool is it also allows us to proliferate, which I thought was a great synergistic ability to this deck, because everything's going to be getting 1/1 counters either through Broker's Ascendancy, Calyx, or the Visitor. These are all ways we can get 1/1 counters and we can grow the board. It's a very cool synergistic build with a lot going on, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this, but we absolutely ran through the ladder like nothing today. There's going to be one match in this video that might trigger you guys, a lot of trash talking with the emotes back and forth, a lot of roping, but hopefully we can edit that down a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you are new here, we do post videos 5 days a week, so if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, all of that stuff helps out so much, and I'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the video. We'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. All right, so today we're playing arguably the best deck in Standard with a little bit of twist. We had to add some blue into this because, you know, who doesn't like Broker's Ascendancy stuff, you know? Opening hand here is good. We can definitely keep it. I do hope that we find some blue mana, because the Ascendancy would be really nice with the Generous Visitor. We'll see what we can do here. We get to go first too, which is pretty darn good. All right, so the opponent looking like they might be some mono red here. Let's go ahead and attach this to the Generous Visitor right away in case this gets blown up with the Play With Fire. We can draw a card at least. Not to mention the pressure it adds is pretty intense. Boros. Ah, okay, we're 4 Mirrodin, are we? 4 Mirrodin, huh? All right, let's pump this up to a 5/3. And we're not going to attack. There's a little bit too much value in the Visitor right now. I don't want to lose it to a 3/1 token. Pretty sure we're going to be able to run through them pretty easily with these Machikos in hand here. Still would like to get a Broker's Ascendancy down too, but I don't know if that's going to quite happen. We'll see. Okay, it will. Just not this turn. All right, we're sitting at a 9/7, pretty healthy. Pretty healthy 9/7 here with Trample. I would argue the opponent's not going to be able to come back from this, but you never know. If they've got a kill spell of some sort, they may be able to kill the Visitor. We'll see. But I do have our friend Broker's Ascendancy about to come down. That's a full send. Probably meaning the opponent doesn't have an answer for the 6/4 Visitor. Oh, they do. Okay. They do. And we get the Audacity draw, though, so that's good. That was pretty good. I can't lie. Can't lie. Not bad. All right, let's go with the Broker's Ascendancy here. We're going to get the 1/1 counter. It flips, and it gets the counter. All right, cool. Cool. The Audacity draw was clutch. I can't lie. We still got plenty of pressure here to put on the opponent. They're only at 6 life. It doesn't take much for us to get through for 6 damage. That was a pretty clutch depopulate, though, I will say. All right, this gets XX until the end of turn, where X is the equipped creatures, or where X is the number of equipped creatures you control. Okay. If power is 4 or greater, they draw a card. Not bad. Well, they can equip that for 1, so there's definitely no brainer here. And then it is above 4, so interesting. That had haste. You would think they would have sent it to draw a card, but I guess they didn't want to die to the 3/3. Fair enough. All right, we're gonna go with the Calyx first, and then the Jukai Naturalist. Or actually, can we just maybe finish the game here? Probably, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so, ladies and gentlemen. GG's to the opponent here. We got through for a lot of damage. Oh, we don't have trample. We don't have trample. Oh, the trample was on the that's my bad. The trample was from the audacity. I don't know why in my brain Machiko gave me trample. Okay, so we didn't win yet. Jumped the gun there a little bit. I forgot we were getting trample on the visitor because of audacity. In my brain I was like, oh, hey, Machiko, we'll just run right through him. Not how that works, fam. Sorry, it's rare that I actually play a little bit more meta stuff. We'll go ahead and put this on the... We'll actually put it on the 4/4 because we want to spread the damage out to try to get the more damage through. Right? Seems like a good idea to me. Now the game should be over. Depending, of course, on their last few cards in hand. 1 mana available to the opponent here. Let's see what happens. Awesome. All right. Easy game right there, but I think that was a pretty favorable matchup too, and we went first, so we'll take it though. Very good. All right, I'd say that's a pretty solid way to start it off. I have no real concerns today, honestly. This deck is pretty smooth. I've been playing it a little bit here and there, and it's just been absolutely destroying people, so I'm really happy with it. I really am. Obviously, though, when you take a full-on meta deck that's probably at the top of the heap right now, you're going to have some success with it, even if you do make those minor changes. All right, we've got a mono blue player, which is interesting. I wonder how this is going to go. I wonder. I would really, really like it if the Calyx could survive, but... or not survive, but resolve. But I highly doubt that's going to be the case. We'll see. Another Delver. Actually, it might be okay now because the only one... You know what? I'm actually going to let that slip through. I know this can transform into a 3/2 flyer, which is going to be really hard to deal with if that happens. But if I can Audacity my companion and have the Calyx down, we're looking at copying things like crazy, which could be our win con here. I don't know. It's like the greedier play though. Yeah, it's greedier, isn't it? It's a little bit greedier. I got a block. I don't think we can miss out on that opportunity. That would have been pretty unfortunate. All right, cool. I had a feeling this was going to hit. Now the problem is it going to stay on the field because of Fading Hope? You know what I mean? Probably not. Yeah, there it is. Fading Hope. All right, they scry to the top. They like the card they see, which is going to obviously transform the Delver. Never mind. They needed a land. They needed a land. Okay, well, we got options here, guys. We got options. What is the call here? Man, if I could resolve. I mean, nothing's gonna resolve here, right? So what do we want to give up? I'll give this up. There it is. Make this appear. Sure. Do they finally flip it? I mean, it's a matter of time, right? It's got to be now. All right, they got an impulse. Sure. They might use the impulse right away to go find a land. Clearly, they were struggling to hit those land drops. No, they don't. Okay. So 1 mana left over. I'm gonna go with can only hit creatures. Just making sure. Okay, this should resolve unless they have a Spell Pierce, obviously. Spell Pierce would be absolutely insane right now. And the good news about this is that it's whenever I cast a spell. The spell doesn't have to resolve. I get the spirit if I cast the spell, which is Chef's Kiss. That's like the big thing here. All right. Let's try to resolve this. That's actually really cool too, because this is going to put 1/1 counters on stuff. This is an absurd card, man. I really need this to resolve. I think I'm gonna have to give up Broker's Ascendancy here. Gonna have to give it up. All right, things are gonna get really, really interesting here though, because they are pressuring me pretty heavily here with that Delver though, because it's hitting me for 3 right now, and I'm only, I'm already down to 13. So the race is on, but the good news is these spirit tokens grow very fast, so we still should be able to keep up with the opponent, especially with things like Audacity. And if I get another blue source and I can tap it down, it's going to be GG's for sure. Mono blue is annoying, I will say that. Very, very annoying. They want the land so bad. They have a land in their hand, but it's just 1 land, and they really want to hold on to it. See? Watch, they're going to drop a land. Called it. Called it. They really wanted it, man. I guess they were willing to make that call, that trade. All right, Calyx. Odds are we are not getting Calyx to resolve. Nope, Essence Scatter. All right, well that means Audacity is gonna resolve, and we'll put it onto this because it grows a little bit faster than the Visitor. And we'll attack. I mean, let's just... You want to race? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Okay, I guess they do. Good luck to you on that one. There's our last blue source we've been looking for. All right, let's pump the field even further. Let's close this thing out. All right, clearly they have a Fading Hope, right? Sure. It's not enough, though. You got another one? No way, they really do? Ah, slip out the back. Okay, fair enough. I respect that. You got me down to 7. Pretty close. GG's, yeah, GG's. Not enough pressure, man. Couldn't find their Jhin fast enough. And keeping that land on that Thirst was pretty ballsy, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess because they needed to play the Essence Scatter, I guess that did save them from getting hit by the Calyx. So GG. It's always fun when you can make a read on an opponent like that, because I mean, it made no difference whether or not I knew what they were doing there, but it is funny when you know, and you can tell by their mannerisms, like they're thinking about keeping a land in that spot. That's pretty funny. Reminds me of when I used to play a lot of poker with my friends, and I'd like sometimes would call out their hand or something, and so it was fun. Opening hand doesn't look super great, but we're starting with the Visitor, right? And we've got 2 lands. If we get a third, this hand is pretty good. But the wedding announcements are just slow. But if I can stack them back to back to back, it might pile up pretty quickly. Might pile up some value here. This is the second time I've got the dose with no blue mana in hand. Thank goodness for that. That was close. Let's just send this. I'm gonna hang on to this for later. Hang on to it for later for that last hurrah. A little incubation going on. That's a card. As much as I wanted to play the Jukai Naturalist there, I think this is a little bit better just to get it rolling here. Get some creatures popping, and then also we can maybe start drawing some cards next turn. I think that's the way to go. Oh, they scoop it up. They must have been struggling for lands or something. That's a bummer. I really would have loved to have seen how that was going to play out, but maybe they just don't think their deck can keep up with this style. But GG. Well, that was a feels bad. Incubation decks are pretty cool too. Would have loved to have seen how they built theirs, but I get it though. I mean, when I see enchantments and if I don't have it by like turn 3 and I know I'm not going to be able to keep up with traditional enchantments, that is, I typically don't like to stick around either, but I don't know if they saw the blue land or not, but ultimately this deck is fairly similar though. So all right, here's a real traditional one. Let's see whose is better. Is it the traditional one or is it going to be the modified blue one? Let's find out. I need some help, that's for sure. No attacks. Audacity here is really, really nice, but yeah, Audacity mixed with Machiko. We already seen how powerful that 2-card combo can be, so. All right, they're off to a really good start. Traditional enchantments, and they're doing their thing really fast. Ooh, that's good. That is good. All right, let's put this here. I'm gonna try to keep up with the Kami, but we're going second, so trying to keep up with the Kami here is gonna be fairly impossible. The only good news is that if they attack into me again with the Kami, which they're going to, dang it. I was just gonna say if we can leave the visitor alone for a turn, then we can put the Audacity on and start copying my enchantments, but they're gonna take the visitor now. That's a bummer. That is a huge, huge bummer. And they got a borrowed time. Yeah, this is game over. They had the nuts, man. They had it. Man, that's so unfortunate. I would love to say if I had gone first, maybe we would win this game. But with the hand I had, I don't think it's competing with 2 exiling effects. That's for sure. I think that's going to be the kicker between this deck and the original, is that the original's ability to exile things is something that we just don't have, which unfortunately is really good against the mirror. All right, so 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is a good games. That's a bummer, man. That is a bummer. I knew we were going to be missing a little bit with those exiling effects not being in our build, but mostly in the mirror, it looks like is where it's going to really thrive, because like I said, those just absolutely crushed us. Imagine these 2 cards didn't get exiled and they, did whatever else. If I would have been able to attack with an Audacity and a Machiko onto an already 4/4 visitor, we would have then copied maybe like another Audacity onto the Calyx, and it would have got really crazy really fast. But it's those exiling effects, man. That's one thing I definitely thought about when I built this deck too, is what sort of enchantment deck did we want to be, right? We had the option to go a little bit more aggressive, which we did. We went with more of a build that likes to put pressure fast and go wide, or we could have put a lot more answers in the build, and I elected to take out a lot of those answers and replace them with more spells that progress my board with power, like the Ascendancy. But also our one removal, pseudo removal spell is a card that allows us to proliferate, which is really cool. I think I'm gonna go Calyx here. I think it's gonna get countered though. There it is. Sure. Not cool, man. Not cool. All right, make disappear. Quite the card. Okay, buddy, you want to try it again? How about we attack this time first, just to test the waters here. At least this time we avoid a make disappear, which is nice. All right, cool. So here's the thing, right? We avoided the make disappear. Great. Which clearly they had because there was a priority hold, right? You would think. So if I play this right now, we're basically walking it into a counter spell. I would imagine, because that's my read. My read is they have another one, and I'm not gonna walk this into it. All right, so basically no change from the last turn here. Gonna try to play this now, which again, trying to avoid the make disappear play. Dissipate. Okay, they must have just drawn that, because there is no way they would let the Calyx resolve, right? Oh, this is gonna get crazy. Calyx is already attacking into the opponent here this turn. Oh yeah, this is gonna get good. Take action. This is gonna get good. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's go. Oh, dude, imagine we start copying Broker's Ascendancy. You better have a sweeper. They do have a sweeper. Ooh, but not for Calyx. That's like that. That's like the meme. Call an ambulance, but not for me. All right, get in there. I mean, we probably should have gone wedding announcement there, but let's be real. Broker's Ascendancy is a little more fun. There it is. GG's. All right. At least we got to showcase how busted that card is, man, with copying things. And that's the other thing too. We elected to put a lot of auras in this deck that attach to our own creatures because we want to be proliferating and we want to be copying enchantments. So GG though. All right. We just had another opponent that just insta scooped before I even got to choose whether or not I wanted to keep my hand. So we got to win, I guess, in some ways. We got Audacity. We got a good hand. We're just missing green mana. Darn it. I really hope we find it. Wishful thinking. We'll see. We will see. Worst case scenario, we got a wedding announcement down on 3 is our first play. And we see blue mana come out, so that's not good. Ah, it's Demir Toxic. Okay, so they're actually going to be pretty fast here. So we're going to need to... Yeah, I already regret the hand I kept then. Darn it. Did they miss the land drop? They did. Okay, that's actually kind of clutch. That's kind of clutch. All right, we're going to have to be about speed here. So we're going to go hollowed, and just smash their face because that's what it's all about here in this game. Got to beat them before they get the toxic counters off on me, so. Man, if we can maybe find a Calyx to actually drop down and then an Audacity, that'd be really sick. Waiting for the opponent here though. I don't know if they're... God, that would stink if they just... Okay, good. I was worried that they might have just quit. I know it feels bad not to get your third land drop, but... Alright, I'm actually going to play out the Calyx here. Because next turn, if I get a land in Hollowed Fountain down, Audacity here, we get to start copying the Hollowed Fountain or the Hollowed Hauntings. They're going to be out of control very fast. Wish me luck. We're gonna need it here. We're gonna need it. They finally found our land drop. Okay, we can't do that. That's tough. But no. Well, we can actually just copy it once at least. I guess that's pretty good. Guess that's pretty good. All right, cool. Cool. This game is pretty much over. I'm just, you know, it's just a matter of time. Two hollowed hauntings down and more to come is just, it's going to be way too much for the opponent to handle. And we're not even going to be playing these ones. We're going to play down like a Jukai Naturalist and an Audacity. And then we're going to copy it 2 more times. Ah, no, they're going to kill the Calyx. No. Maybe I should have anticipated a drown here. Yeah, I probably should have put the 1/1 counters on the Calyx. That's a big mistake, I think. Yeah, that's a bummer. I completely made a bonehead move there. I didn't even think about the drown. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, it's gonna have to be this then. Gonna have to be this. I could really use another green source. Like really bad. Really bad. I mean, keep in mind too, guys, we didn't play anything till the wedding announcement. And we still are right there in this game. Kept a bad hand, man. This would be really fun to get off at some point in some game. If I can get some counters going, man. This would be really fun. This card actually popped up a lot in my opening hands when we first play tested the deck, and I got to play it a whole bunch. It was actually really good. Yeah, they skip it up here. Not able to find lands, I'm sure, but we'll take it. Another W on our way to Platinum Tier 1 pretty quickly. All right, we're kind of flying right now. Kind of flying. This deck is really, really cool. I honestly think it's really good too. I don't like making statements like that usually, but this one I'm pretty comfortable saying it's really solid. Really, really solid. I'm pretty critical on most of my builds, but this one I like a lot. All right, let's go. We got a Broker's Ascendancy too. Let's go, dude. They say nice. They think that I'm a traditional player of the enchantments, but I'm not. Very different, my friend. Very different. They say your go again and again. That's funny. They are triggered. They do not like this build, huh? I get it. Enchantments is not fun to play against most of the time, but hey, they got their life back though. Look at that. This is gonna hurt really, really bad. I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking. Thank you. Got the card draw. We got the okay, let's go. Let's just go with another fountain here. I keep calling it Hollowed Fountain, but it's Hollowed Haunting. I always say Hollowed Fountain. It's funny. Go for the throat on one token is high value for us, so we'll take that all day. All day we take those. I wish they'd play a permanent here that I can attach this to. That'd be pretty awesome. I really hope we don't get swept up here. That'd be bad. That would be bad. All right, let's go here. I like going to my opponent's emote and stuff. This is fun. Oh, they did of course have another sweeper card. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. So many sweeper cards. Enough with the sweepers. Dude, how debilitating must that feel though? To just sweep the board, sweep the board, sweep the board, and in the very next turns, like I'm already back to like a full healthy board of just absolute killers. It's gotta be so debilitating. I'm waiting for the farewell though. The farewell wins them the game, you know what I mean? All right, fun stuff. Another depopulate. How about that? Dang, we got the early GGs, huh? They got the farewell? 2, 4, 5. They can't cast it yet, but I would imagine if they had a farewell, they would have already played it, right? These are the types of decks that are super annoying, though. I mean, just pack full of sweepers. Hello? Hello? It's your turn, my guy. I love the banter. I love the banter. I wish there was like ways you could type a little bit too. That'd be fun. Obviously that would get out of hand quickly, but but like with Rocket League and stuff, you could type. You could type in almost any game, but oh my gosh. No way this guy's gonna rope us out the rest of the game, right? No way. Classy. Nice, my guy. Nice. All right, well, if they really think that they have no shot and they're gonna rope us out, great. I'll take it. That's a W for me, but you know, that's not exactly the way you should probably conduct yourself. If that's gonna be the case, there will be an edit here and we'll jump to the end, but okay, nope, they make a play here, finally. Okay. right. Oops. I normally wouldn't be trash talking, but you can't be doing what you're doing and make a mistake like that. Looks like they chose non-token creature. Oh my goodness. If you guys are triggered out there, I totally understand and I apologize that this is how my opponent's being. I'm totally down for the trash talk. Like, that makes things more fun, but the roping is just so disrespectful. Such a lame way to go about it. Like talk your stuff, but man, don't rope and be a lame-o, you know what I mean? All right, cool, man. Real nice. Six, 12. Let's see how big we can get these. I actually didn't even do the math, but I'm trying to end the game, you know what I mean? Ah, not quite. Not quite enough, man. Dang it, I was trying to win the game right then and there, but doesn't look like we're gonna pull it off. Unfortunately, they're gonna sweep the board here now. Should have done the math first, but it's all good. We wouldn't have had anything to attach those mesmerizing enchantments to anyways, so that's the only play I really had, honestly. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, well, they didn't play their depopulate. I actually don't even know what's happening right now. The opponent roped all the way to the end and then didn't play anything, so who knows? Who knows? I don't know, man. What a mess of a game. What an absolute mess of a game, dude. I really dislike this guy. All right. Somehow we come out of that without getting swept at the end. I don't know why they didn't play their depopulate, but honestly, it would have been fine anyways if they had played it, because we had another Broker's Ascendancy there off the top, which would have created 2 more tokens for us, and that would have been good. Somehow, after his head blew up, he's still talking. GG's. Oh my god. Definitely can't end on that one. Definitely cannot end on that one. Sorry again if that triggered anybody out there. We're going to keep it in the video. I found it pretty entertaining. I hope you guys do as well. It's all in good fun. Obviously, the opponent, though, took it the fun a little too far. Actually put me on tilt and maybe make a bad attack or a bad play by playing out those doses. But, you know, it still worked out for us in the end. I still am very curious as to why they didn't play that sweeper at the last play there, because I was out of a hand. You would think they could throw that down and then hope for a top deck battle, but I don't know. Obviously, our top deck came through already, and it was looking pretty good for us, but who knows, man? Who the heck knows? All right, so we're up against another toxic build, potentially. It is Golgari, though. Those are some cool sleeves. Oh, that's not good. I needed that. I needed that so I could proliferate and stuff. Ugh. That's a bummer. At least we have a really good block here with the wedding announcement. Infectious Bite. Each one gets some point of count. That's pretty good. Alrighty. Let's go with the dose here, because this guy is a little too big. You're a little too big, my guy. Actually don't want to proliferate that. Let's just submit 0. End the turn. All right, well, at least the bloated contaminator's taken care of for a little while. Man, would have been really cool to get like a bypass on something with a Calyx down at some point. That'd have been really nice, but unfortunately that never panned out, did it? I think I'm gonna have to go here. I really wanted to go companion there and hope that we hit a land drop, then play that, but I just don't think we could have taken the chance on the land popping up there. All right, we got a pretty good board state developing here. All right, we got a 2 toxic 1/5 that says whenever creature control toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an additional poison counter. Target creature control against toxic. Okay, and death touch. Very cool. All right, we're gonna go here. Still no attacks. Don't love the death toucher out here. That's kind of why we're holding back the attacks here. And plus, I don't want to give them a free shot at my face here. they're going to struggle to get those toxic counters on me if I don't allow them to actually attack through me. And eventually this should make all of our stuff flyers. And we should be able to run away with the game here, but we will see. That's a goner. Sure. There you go. Nice. Oh man, those would have been nice to proliferate with. Yeah, it would have been nice to proliferate after we had gotten that down, huh? All right, so they choose to make a block, which makes total sense because it is going to come right back onto the battlefield. We draw a card. Let's go. Sacrifice a creature. I get a poison counter. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But this is our 7th enchantment here. So everything now has flying and vigilance and goes right over the top of that Skull Dweller. And that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. GG's. Let's go. Huge W. Still haven't quite hit all the combos I want to hit, but still looking good, man. Man, enchantments might be like the easiest deck to play right now, honestly. This might be the easiest deck to just kind of cruise through the ladder with, get the easiest W's ever. All right, cool. We got the bypass, which we haven't had yet, and I'm super excited to try it out. So let's go. But this might be another mono blue. Okay, thank God. Thank God it's not. If it still could get countered, though, we'll see. Sure does. That's a huge bummer, man. That's a huge bummer, huge L. All right, what are the odds of a second counter here? Pretty good, huh? Yep. Super bummer. So lame. So lame, so lame. All right. We eat 2 counters, pretty impactful counters at that. Make this appear something I'd like to avoid here, but I'd also like to just get this tap land down and out of the way, but gotta try to avoid the make this appear, I suppose. Let's say there's no shot they're gonna counter this, right? It's just a Spirited Companion. No reason to play the bypass here, just to have this get blown up by something, or Fading Hope or something like that. All right, the opponent draws a card, gains some life. That card's actually really insane. I love that card. Consider probably looking for a land drop, I would imagine. Looks like they missed the land drop. That's huge. That's actually huge. Please. Okay, everybody together now with me. Throw up a prayer to the magic gods that this resolves. Let's go! Give me that! Give me that, baby! Let's go, dude. Ready for a depopulate, guys? You know it's coming. They still are looking for that land drop, though. Looks like they might be hurting. Ooh, you're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Sorry, I'm a little excited here. Okay, they find their land drop. That's a bummer. Now it's just a matter of time. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. Take action. What I'm trying to do here is I'm actually trying to reload my hand with the Spirited Companion play there because I need to draw cards because we're about to get swept up. We're going to get another card though because if it's a depopulate, Okay, cool. They didn't have it. A depopulate, I would have drawn a card off of Calyx. That was sweet though. I finally got to try it out with Spirited Companion and Calyx, all, you know, attached with all these attachments and stuff. It does kind of stink that you can only do this once each turn. It would be pretty busted if we were getting triggers for all three of those. That would have been pretty wild, but still pretty insane. Pretty insane. GG. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end. If you did, that means a lot to me. It helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. So huge shout out to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's build. Again, enchantments are incredibly powerful. They've been really good for a minute now, especially with the bans that have just come up. This deck has been kind of all over the place. For me personally, I've been seeing it a lot, but splashing in blue definitely added a new dynamic that I really do enjoy. Clearly the mirror matchup of the original version we don't do very well against. We got to see a little bit of that with the enchantment exiling stuff. We took a lot of that out, which does, you know, close up the lane sometimes for attacks, which I gave that up to give this thing additional power. Like I was saying, you know, trying to get those auras attached to our creatures and slip them through for attacks, and really try to hone in on just smashing the opponent's face fast. Which I honestly think in most cases might be better. But you know, the exiling effects do have their place to where, you know, certain matchups, like, you know, if you're running into a lot of creatures, you're going to want those exiling effects to pull those creatures out from blocking and smash the opponent. But I mean, you can't really go wrong with the enchantment deck. You can kind of play around with it. There's a really cool Abzan one I've seen in the past too. A lot of really cool things you can do with it. But hope you enjoyed this one. You know, appreciate you watching, and a huge shout out as always to the Marty Mob. If you guys don't know, the Marty Mob is the membership program on this channel, so huge shout out to them for you know, helping support this channel monetarily. It means so much to me, so thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. If you're part of the Marty Mob, you know who you are. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But that'll do it for me, guys. We'll see you back here again on Monday with another one. Until next time, as always, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. Yeah. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.